talking. There we go. I'm talking, and I didn't even activate the stupid mic.
Wow.
Wow, that's crap in it. Oh, and that's being stupid again. Hello and welcome everyone to this episode of Tactical Dads Live, and it's another Airsoft site review. Yay! And today we are talking about HQAirsoft.
You bit my tongue.
You bit your tongue. And the shenanigans start.
So, we've quite a lot to talk about to do this site actually. So Mr. Phil didn't attend; he was unable to. So he's going to be asking questions.
Yes.
So he's got the list. He knows what to say.
I've got the list.
So
Are we ready for the list?
Oh, what's going on? I've got a weird funkiness going. There we go. That's better. Wondering what was going on in the picture then.
Are we all ready?
Go.
Drum roll, please. The first question. What was the booking like to actually book a game day on the website?
I did the booking, so that's on me, right?
Yeah, that's on you.
Do you know what? It was pretty easy to get everything booked in. It wasn't too bad. The booking sheet itself obviously gave you the option to book full day, half day. It was quite easy to find the date that we wanted because there was only 2 dates available, with it being their second to last game day. And when you booked in with them, you could also, if you wanted to, at the point of booking, book in for any extras. So, i.e. patches, and you could book for flashbangs as well.
Oh, good. I
but
didn't
I
know
was
that.
not booking ticket. The only downside to the booking system was I didn't read the small print.
Okay.
And the small print did say if you're going to cancel, you have to cancel within 48 hours. 48 hours prior to the game day. Obviously, Mr. Phil wasn't very well within that 48-hour window, so I was unable to cancel his ticket.
You should still be able to contact them because it was a medical emergency.
Yeah,
medical
I've dropped
thing,
them an email. I've not had anything back yet though, so I will keep on.
Personally, that really does not surprise me.
But yeah, booking wise, probably one of the easiest sites that I've used. Whether that was because there was only 2 dates to pick from, which made it easier. But no, actually, like in general, the site itself, nice and easy to get to booking form, booking process, nice and easy to get through. Took a 20%, 20% deposit, and then you paid the rest on day.
I absolutely hate that.
That's
I really
not right for most sites, really, that is. And going back to where you can book patches and some pyro, there's not many sites that actually do that. There isn't online, so it is a nice surprise that some sites still do it, and it would be nice if other sites started doing it as well, because it will make it a bit easier if you want pyro for the day it is. So they can get in there, book yourself in. When you get there, get all you get that you need. Job done.
Yeah,
that'd be like that. Luke, do you want to add anything to that? Although you didn't book anything.
Actually, I did book because I took Kian. So.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I just reached through it. I didn't actually pay much attention to it. To be honest, really didn't. But yeah, no, pretty straightforward. To be honest, it was that straightforward. I completely forgot. So nothing eventful of any type.
Okay, moving on to the next question then. So
disclaimer first. Disclaimer. I forgot to put this. So HQAirsoft in Duffield is a ex-RAF base. There is 28 houses, 60 buildings in total, tunnels, grasslands areas, all that lot. It is now closing down. The last game date will be the 28th of September, which is a shame. Isn't it? Yeah. So carry on. We'll add more to that after, but carry on. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question. Arriving at the gates, was they open and ready for you to receive you?
I'll go
Yeah.
with that one. So it was earlier than stated. So the gate should have opened at 8. Myself and Lee got there for around about 10 to 8. Literally a 2-minute difference between us. And they were already open. And
Yeah.
there was already people in there. Quite a few people.
From the photo I saw, it was rather tight.
Yeah. We do have some photos which I'll plonk up on stream. Give up Facebook. I don't know what this stupid site's doing. It's like just crashed. So if anyone's trying to watch Facebook, I'm so sorry. It just don't want to know. So quit on that one. Stupid website. Where was I going with this one? Sorry.
When you got there with the gates open.
Yeah, sorry.
So-
Yeah. Navigating through. If you've not been there before, that would be a mission. It's a good.
it was a mission to get out.
Is it like Warzone mission or
We'll
harder
get to
than
that later.
Warzone mission?
No, yeah, no, worse. So Warzone's easy because it's basically one road you follow it through, go through the farm, and basically you go through the
Actually, I
farm.
was
There is
thinking navigating.
signs saying turn left, turn right, go through,
Yeah.
you're fine. And then it carries down a single track road again. This place, turn left, turn right, do a U-turn, do a 90-degree handbrake turn, go left again, go right, follow it all the way down, go a bit of off-roading, bit of 4x4ing. Yeah. If there wasn't people there and you weren't in that queue of about 400 cars, you wouldn't have had a clue. Put it that way.
Wow. Okay, so not very well signed then.
There were small
Well,
signs.
so-
There were signs, but they were small.
Yeah.
The story is any of you guys played Blackstone?
Say small, was it like 7-inch small or bigger than that?
Blackstone.
So,
Sorry, one sec. We've had a mess. Where's Blackstone CQB? I'm not familiar with that one.
I'm not actually. Let's have a quick Google.
Google. While you Google that, so I was unlucky enough that when driving up to HQAirsoft, it's on a 40-mile-an-hour stretch. I went flying past this opening with these two massive signs that were set just outside of your line of sight from the road.
Oh yeah.
So I had to fly past, around the island, and fly back again. On pulling in, I decided to phone Mr. Luke and go, Luke, just to let you know, mate, you should be coming up to it pretty soon. If you're coming from the island, you need to turn left after the. Gave him the instructions, and as I finished my instructions, I heard, "Oh shit, it's there. I'll have to turn around and come back."
Literally doing like
very
30 miles per hour, and then it's like, there it is. Goodbye.
So, interrupting there. So, Blackstone Airsoft. It is in Huntingdon, which is Hertfordshire. Well, Hertfordshire. Hertford.
No, Cambridge. Actually, sorry. He's
Cambridge.
yeah, it's put Cambridge, Huntingdon, Cambridge. No, sorry, we've not been. That's a bit far. The furthest we've been
that's 2 hours
is
away.
actually tell lie. The furthest we've been is down to NAF, and that was. That's,
Journey for you.
can't
to
get any
anyway.
further south than that. But no, we have not
Yeah.
been that far. Minus NAF.
Cambridge ain't that far. Cambridge ain't that far. Kay does Cambridge twice a week. It's 2 hours a week. 2 hours. It'll be closer for you because it's straight down the M1.
Could put it on the list.
True.
Why not?
So we'll put it on the list.
Yeah, we've
We'll
been
put it
all
on
the
the
way
back
down.
of the list, too.
Where's the jail? Because the jail's quite far down. That's about an hour and a half.
The
drive as
jail's
well.
Goole.
Yeah.
It's in Goole, which is about an hour away.
It's just over an hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Put it on the list.
Okay. Now we've done that, let's go on to the next question, which is camping.
Yeah, you didn't need to put that. So
Yeah,
basically,
we
that
think
list I've sent you, that's just a default list because some sites do have camping, some sites don't, so forth, so forth.
Okay.
So we'll skip that one.
Okay. So the
And I
next
won't
one
want to
then on
camp
the
there
list.
personally. It looks like some people have.
Okay, fair enough. So the next one is signing in. What was that like?
Horrendous.
Horrendous. God. Was it
So
naff
you-
horrendous or less horrendous?
It was
So-
well for us. It was worse than NAF.
It was horrendous. Like we obviously there was the parking debacle.
Yeah.
The parking debacle was something incredible. That I've never ever seen anything like it. Pretty much. Imagine a scrapyard full of cars,
Wow.
and that was pretty much what the parking looked like. Every car was squeezed in. Um, for the broader people out there like myself, um, yeah, it was a mission to get from the car to signing. Um, but once at signing, there was I would say it's a double door, like a garage width door. Above the door was two signs. One said card, one said cash. I had bought cash because it did say on the email reminder to bring cash
Yeah.
on the day to make life easier.
Just put that on the
Um,
Facebook page as well.
yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty glad I didn't step out of the line to join the cash line because it turned out that both lines were the same anyway.
Yes.
Lovely.
And there was a lot of people. Plus, where the line was heading into was the line where everybody was coming into the site. So there was a bit of a, I mean, common sense. I saw there was cars coming in, so I went down the side of the line. Other people just continued to queue into the oncoming traffic until a marshal came across and went, "Yeah, you might want to step to one side because
Yeah, the parking situation was a bit stupid. They were squeezing people in. There was so I've just flashed some photos up on screen. So Lee was parked about 3 cars in front of myself, and behind like two of them there was a van, a small van, and they had parked a car behind that van inches away from the boot. Inches. There was no
Wow.
way he was going to get any of his gear out the back of that van. No way. Myself, I parked myself. I was there, but I wedged myself in a certain position because one, I'm in a van. I got big doors. Two, I need access to my boot, and my boot's massive. And we had a lot of stuff because we always carry a lot of stuff. So I made
I had to
myself
climb
room.
out.
Plus the
Yeah, I had to climb
tables.
out the passenger seat.
Well, we ended up having to put tables at the van basically so we could set up, but that's in the further question. But yeah,
Yes, but
parking
signing
was
wise,
getting through
chaos.
the car park was a nightmare. You're having to hold weapons and belts and everything, whatever we're carrying, above our heads because you're walking through the cars and your knee and the back of your knee are touching bumpers while you're doing it. It was that close. So
So for a
parking
bigger
was,
person like myself, it would have been a lot more difficult.
yeah, it would have been a nightmare. Granted, though, this is the most they've ever had. I've
Yeah.
heard
I
the
suppose.
one of the biggest attendance they had at one point was like 130 people.
Yeah.
Nothing like this
I've
weekend.
ordered this out. Over 240, something like that, was it?
340 people attended.
340, weren't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously the parking situation is not really suitable for as many, but
No, but I think personally, I think they had a lot of walk-ons, like the regulars. So a
yeah.
lot of people didn't. By the sounds of it, 440 people didn't book online because I think their limit was 300 to book. But then obviously you've
Right.
got the walk-ons as well. So
Okay. Okay. Anything else to add to that, lads?
not really.
No,
Okay. So Chrono, what was that like?
Straightforward to an extent.
Okay.
yeah, put gun in, fire gun a few times.
Yeah, they were
Gave
pretty
us
quick
the
with it.
What was the
tag on the guns.
yeah? What was the FPS limits?
Oh, so AEG is the standard of 350. DMRs
Yeah.
though were 450 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And snipers 500. I will point out one thing. I chronoed the LMG to begin with, and I can't. I told him I was using 2.8s, and I had a feeling I wasn't. I actually can't remember because I'm using one of the big bottles you gave me, Phil.
That'll be 2.5 then.
So I told him the wrong weight, and he said it was all good.
Okay.
They said they chronoed pistols. They were chronoing pistols, but the guy I spoke to, who I chronoed, he didn't even bother. He just gave me the tags to take it, which is a good thing and isn't a good thing. It's quicker, but I was using the Combat Master, the CO2 one, and that varies on weather. so it's very temperamental. So yeah, I used it, but I don't actually use it on people. So I just used it to
Do they
frighten
anything
people
for
because it's loud.
No, I had kind of the same. I had kind of the same situation as Luke did. Like rolled up, did the rifle. He handed me the tags to put on myself. Handed me 2 tags for my pistols. And that was pretty much all that was said about it. Done.
Yeah. Okay then. Right. Okay. We'll move on to the next one, which is facilities, toilets.
I'm going to put a photo up, but while you talk, I'll put the photo up. Lee's
So
favourite.
Like a portaloo.
there was a portaloo, and they did this magical thing of taking a portaloo and putting it inside a brick building, right? Do I call it a building, outhouse, some form of brick thing? There was no
Okay.
lights in the brick thing. So, as you can imagine, as you can see from the picture,
Yeah.
you walked into the portal bog, shut the door, and played Which Hole Am I Pissing In?
Fair
Because it
enough.
was already. I mean, this picture makes it look lighter than it was. It wasn't as light as this.
Oh,
It was
dark.
quite
Imagine
shady, quite dark, and then stand in a porta bog, wondering like, where am I getting it in the hole? And I think because of the fact that there was no lights, and because of the fact that most people probably played the same game as me, which was, is it on my shoes or isn't it? There was quite a pungent smell,
Ooh.
and I feel like not a lot of people got the hole.
Lovely. So facilities was a no-go then.
I wouldn't have sat on it. Definitely not.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't use
don't
it
think I-
actually. I did go to toilet, but I didn't use it because I didn't use it. I just pissed up my van personally.
The bush is your best friend. It'll be cleaner by the sound of this. So we'll leave that one there then. I don't want to gross anyone out.
Other facilities, the safe zone. So where you signed in,
Yeah.
was also like your safe zone. They'd created some makeshift benches out of some pallets. I would say there was probably around 30 to 35 of these pallet made, well, not even that, pallet made benches. Yeah, a strong feeling that I got through the entire day was they'd probably over thought their numbers, because 340 in the small space that they wanted us to be in when we had the safety brief, which is featured in one of the videos, we were pretty much like dick to arse all the way back.
Sardines in a tin.
Yeah, boy. So in fairness, like as we were queuing, people were walking past going, if you've not already got a table, mate, you're gonna struggle. So yeah,
Fun times then.
everything was tight.
Okay. So we'll move on to food and shops.
So there was a coffee van when we first got there.
Yep.
There were burgers available. We weren't quite sure where the burgers were coming from because they definitely weren't coming out of the coffee van. And they were £2.50 for a single cheeseburger, £5 for a double cheeseburger. The shop seemed pretty well stocked, with an array of all kinds of everything: patches, pistols, rifles, like you name it, you could have bought it.
All the usual stuff then.
Yes, I will say one thing though. I did look at the pistols; they were expensive. I think the cheapest pistol I saw was like £190.
What was it?
Ah, fuck knows.
Jesus.
But yeah, some. Nothing really stood out to me. Obviously, I like pistols, but nothing really stood out. But they weren't cheap, far from. But yeah, no, the shop is pretty substantial, to be honest. They had quite, like Lisa, they had quite a lot of stuff. They even had like snacks and fridges behind the bar as well, so you can get drinks and stuff. So yeah, the facilities were right. The safe zone itself, to be honest, it probably suits them fine for their usual skirmish days and their usual attendees. But with
The lower end numbers then, yeah.
yeah, not with over 100 people, they'll struggle. obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we couldn't even get in there, and we weren't nowhere near the last. I think we wouldn't even say we was there early, and we couldn't get in. So we set up at the van. Basically, got the camping tables out, set up at the van, and went with that.
So in the overall, if there was 150 people rather than it would have been a lot more comfortable and a bit more room.
Yes. Yeah. Even if they put like
Ah.
some marquees outside or
Yeah.
gazebos or something, would have made it a lot. Yeah.
Fair dues. So, anything else?
No.
No. Okay then. Prices. Game day price. We'll go with
Yeah.
that.
It's £30.
Sorry.
£30.
That's not
So
bad. It's about
usual
average, then.
price, average price for most places, to be honest. So yeah.
Okay, so we've covered player count because there's like 340 people, and we've just discussed safe zone as well, which was part of facilities. So the next question is rules. So give me your take on what you can and can't do on the site in your best description.
I'm gonna go off on a thing, but I'll let Lee rant very soon. So,
Come on, then.
doing a bit of research on the site, the rules have definitely changed for this weekend going. Over the last 2 years onwards, it was, I'm not going to say a little bit more lapsed. The rules were still there. There's videos online on YouTube of people moaning about the rules, which these videos are like 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, and they're moaning about the rules. Which Lee's gonna go into more detail about. But on this specific day, I think what was the one what bugged me the most? I'm trying to remember now.
Window.
Oh, sorry, no. So it was the buildings. Pretty much half the buildings can't be used, or more. So they advertise they've got 60 buildings, but over half of them you can't get into, can't use. They're either out of bounds, they're blocked up, or they said if the floor is gone in the building when you walk in, walk out because it's unsafe.
So state of decay then.
Yeah, so we worked in a few buildings and literally the roof was in the living room. So it's like you couldn't go nowhere anyway.
Yeah.
Upstairs was out of play in all buildings, which was not brilliant. To be honest, a lot of people didn't even use the buildings. It was all out in the fields or around buildings.
Okay.
And then the tunnels were all closed. There was one objective in one of the basements. How many basements did we go? We were going 3 basements or 4?
We were able to explore 3. The 4th one was closed due to flooding.
Yeah, so I think it's the same situation with the tunnels. It's all flooded. So they were closed off. But we could get into literally the first layer of the basement on 3 of them. Then that was it. Couldn't go any further, so forth, which, again, bit of a shame. But I'm going to let Lee rant on about the window situation.
Before I ran, there was one key rule that I did really, really enjoy, right? And I know I bang on about this every time we do a review. But they called out about marshalling. And the one thing that I am absolutely for is marshals should be there for people's safety and not managing dickheads. And he did actually call us out during the safety briefing to say, like, we are here for your safety. We don't want to be spending all day dealing with cheats for 2 reasons. One, spoils everybody else's fun and theirs. And 2, if you get done for cheating and get kicked off the site and you're there all day, you ain't going fucking nowhere because you ain't getting your car out.
Yeah.
Right? So I really like the fact that, I really like the fact that they called it out nice and early that I believe that's what a marshal should be there for. Safety and safety only. Like,
They were checking. Don't get me wrong, they were checking. Because there was
know.
like near the end of the day, I was in a little bit of a firefight by myself with about 40 of the opposite team, and two or three of the marshals literally came over and stood behind me while I'm crouched behind this little piece of steel plate or box, IBC covered in something. I ain't got a clue, and they were literally just watching me take them out. I was having so much fun; it was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, and once I
Yeah.
was done, took my hit, put my hand up, shouted hit, something, and the marshals turned around and goes, "You lasted so long. We weren't expecting you to last that long." I took so many out, but again, the marshals were there. They were watching because I presume people were moaning, "Oh, he's not taking his hits."
Yeah.
I
You
take
were
my hits.
definitely
Yeah,
hit.
like-
This is it.
It's like there's a gang of 4 of us and there's one person there and you reckon he's not taking it.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is, I'm one of them.
You-
I will take my hit because it gives me a chance to stand up and to relax my back.
Yeah,
Plus, I
right.
get to sit at the safe zone for 10 minutes. So I'm glad. If I get hit, I'm done. It's just frustrating when you walk out of a safe zone, you get hit straight away.
Yeah.
So
But
let's move on to the window rule.
Go on.
The window rule or the window situation?
The window situation, the window rule, the window palaver, window gate, window door. So the rules went something like this: you cannot shoot out of a window unless the window is coloured orange. You can shoot through
But
an
then,
A4
didn't they
size
say
Eastern.
if it was also missing a window frame?
See, this is where it gets confusing because at one point somebody shouted at me and then followed that with, "If it's got a grate across the window, then you shouldn't be shooting out of it." However, the other window that I was shooting out of was bigger than an A4 sheet, didn't have a grate across it. But then I got another bollocking for shooting out the window, and it pretty much led me to believe that it's just pointless shooting out of windows, which then obviously led me to believe that it's just pointless being inside a building.
Yeah.
Because if you can't shoot out of a building, like
There's no point
people
being in
weren't
the building.
storming the building, then it was kind of like with all the different rules, it kind of it just didn't make sense. These
Yeah.
windows weren't small. It's not like it's not like this was my head, right, and this was the window. Like these fucking windows were like this much paper together.
They're not small
Like,
windows. Phil, you could fit through the window.
Wow.
literally at one point
A big
we
window
climbed
then.
out of a fucking window.
Yeah.
At one point, I was watching out of a window and somebody climbed over me and out of the window. The window wasn't small,
Jesus.
right?
No.
Um,
No, and this is
but-
what people online on the videos have all moaned about for years, that the window rule is stupid.
It's a complicated rule that doesn't make sense. Just let people shoot out windows.
Mm.
You heard it here first, people. Shoot out of windows.
But in fairness, the marshal did come along after a bit and he did pull me to one side and he did make an excuse for me shooting out of a window, which was we did say it's painted orange. Some of these windows are rusted. So kind of orange rusted. You probably made the wrong mistake. And I just went, I'll be honest with you, I'm just pretty confused about your window rule.
Yeah, we literally, once we had done one of the objectives, we went to a marshal and we literally had like a 5-minute conversation about this bloody window situation because it was just going over our heads. It's like, so that one you can, that one you can't, but then that one looks like you can, but you can't. So we just decided there's no fucking point, is there?
That one over there looks at you funny, so don't look at that one over there because he might get really upset that you're looking at his window and not your window, and that window will then get upset with those windows over there. Just don't shoot through the windows.
No. After that
Or put
point,
the rule on.
we
Jesus
gave up
Christ.
with the buildings. It was just pointless.
Yeah. It sounded like it was a silly rule, and it wasn't well thought out of.
But other than that,
I think, though,
normal
personally, I think
bang
it's to
rules,
do with the fact that
blank
there's a
rules.
lot of buildings and there's a lot of windows. So to make it easier for whoever's in the building to defend it, you can't shoot out of it, I suppose, on that scale. Because like the building what we was in when the marshal came over and give you a bollocking, how many windows were in that building? 10? In that room? Just that one room?
I mean, just that one room.
It was 10.
There was these buildings shaped like a H. like a capital H, and pretty much the middle corridor had some like toilets and stuff off to either side, windows, big enough windows, still couldn't shoot through them, and then each of the H ends. So you've got the middle like tunnel, then the H rooms either side. These were literally just walls of windows, walls of windows.
I wonder if I can
But
find the file. There was a video, wasn't there, that we've got, and so we were going through, and we could clearly see the opposite team in this through the window straight in front of us.
couldn't do anything about it.
No, nothing.
And they obviously
Oh.
couldn't shoot into the windows.
No, they
No,
can
no,
shoot
there was
through.
no rules against shooting through
You can
windows.
shoot through. You just couldn't shoot out.
Oh, so you can shoot through, but you can't shoot out. Okay, that's a bit of a.
So if that
downgrade.
lad
Yeah,
had
see?
turned round,
Yeah.
he was only like 10 foot away from us. If he had turned round and saw us, he could have took us out. Well, obviously he was too busy paying attention to what he was looking at. But
Yeah.
but we can do no. He was just there.
Don't have to worry about the guys in the windows. Don't have to worry about the guys in the windows.
No, you don't. No, you
Anyway,
don't.
yeah. So them's the rules. Obviously, normal bang rules apply. Blank firing weapons apply. There wasn't any like in particular stuff. They did put the rule in of single fire in the morning, at all times, and then in the
Yeah.
afternoon they relaxed that rule.
I'll flash this up quickly. There we go. So that's the size of the windows. So the one on the right, you can shoot through, climb through, do whatever you want through. But the one on the left was grated, which we knew that you couldn't shoot through that. But
Right.
yeah,
Oh well, that's the window rule. Dumb.
Okay. So we're moving on then with the next question.
Ready?
Yes. Okay. So site size. How big do you reckon it was?
Site size.
it's pretty big.
Do it in football fields.
Football fields, I'd probably say 1, 2, 3. 3 football fields. I'd
Okay.
probably say it's as big as Warzone.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
I
no,
think,
it's bigger than
League
Warzone.
says
It's definitely bigger than
it's slightly
Warzone.
bigger than Warzone.
Only a little bit, not by much. I think if you take out the massive building that looks like the school or the embassy or whatever they call it, the NAF, right at the end, like up until that point, you're pretty much the same size as Warzone. They've just got that extra bit.
Oh yeah, the windows have just come up. They're massive.
Can't shoot through them. Can't shoot out of them. Can't shoot round them. Don't talk about one window behind the other window's back because that'll get upset.
Bit of a
Yeah,
right?
it is a pretty big site. It is a big site. I think the numbers were right for the site size.
Yes, I'm going to say that actually. That's one thing I was going to mention. The site was perfect for 300 people. Personally, any less than that, if you're 100, it might feel a bit overwhelming. If you were playing with 30 people, no way.
So it'd be like walking through NAF and you wouldn't see anyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
But with this,
I think if you were going to treat it like a skirmish site, you would you'd probably have to like have it in a sectioned off area. So for instance, like the terraced houses, that was a pretty good battlefield for us quite a few times.
Yeah.
That would be perfect for a 30 to 60 player round.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then maybe two of the H buildings, one of the bigger buildings. But as a main site in total, like pretty much throughout the day, there was a couple of instances where we found ourselves maybe following the pack a little bit because we'd pushed the other team into a bit of a spawn trap, but you tended to find, depending on which direction you went, you ended up in some form of firefight somewhere. So yeah, nice size field, good amount of players within the field itself.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Any extra to that one?
I will point out the spawn trap thing. I thought that was a bit with the amount of people, I suppose, but I don't even think it was the amount of people. It was just where the respawn is or what they chose on the day.
Yeah,
just didn't work. Our team dominated. and they were just stuck in their spawn.
Dominated.
And
You know why they dominated though? Why they dominated? Because they're the tactical dads. That's why they dominated. And without us, they'd have been poor.
but no, it's like they just couldn't get out. Oh, the paperwork. Yeah, they just couldn't get out. It was
So the problem
for
was
them. It was
we
an
were
epic shit show.
spawned here,
And to
and
be
they
honest, it's
spawned
like I would
literally
expecting
kind
the marshal to say, right, push back a bit, blah blah blah. This section is no longer in play. You need to come back so they can get out of their spawn. But there was none of that.
Yeah. They do that at some sites as well, just to give the opposite team a foot in the door.
Yeah,
type
because you
thing
think
when
about it,
they
it's
start
like
spawn,
if
and
they
actually
spawn
start
in that
playing
one
enjoyment.
section at the bottom, and we've got 150 people on our team at least, we're surrounding them completely. They're done.
I agree with what you say. However, that said, we then played in the afternoon. They changed the spawn. So in the morning, the spawns were literally across from each other. In the afternoon, they put 2 additional spawn points on at the opposite end of the map.
Yeah.
So pretty much
Yeah.
back and forward. But even with the additional spawn point, we were still pretty much mullering the other side. So I do think there was a lot more communication within the team that we were on.
Yeah.
And a lot more people
Well,
sort of pushing as a squadron rather than just pushing as singles and like running in.
you say communication. I'm going to skip ahead, I think, but the communication I thought was actually quite poor. Between like your section of people you're with, fine, the communication was fine, but the communication from the organisers and the marshals was, I personally thought, was not very good at all, because we didn't even know objectives were complete. We're running around in these buildings looking for the objectives, like the bonus objectives, and basically turned out after half an hour looking, they'd already done them. They did it ages ago.
If they're doing objective-based stuff like that, and when the objectives is completed, they've got to voice it. They have.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to be running around like headless chicken.
Yeah, no, pretty much that's what we was doing.
I
So
agree,
we were just walking all over the place, searching these buildings, looking for the bonus objectives, and it turned out they were done ages ago. But no one had
Still pretty cool.
informed, like, the 12 people that were all doing it, basically.
Still pretty cool though.
Well, anyway.
Okay, then. So, the next question is gameplay, but I covered that there as well.
No, not really. So,
okay, then. So, gameplay then.
Gameplay. It was...
I dare you move on, Phil. Wait. Follow the list.
I'm sorry.
Gameplay, it was... Would I say
It was
slow
better
to
in the
begin?
afternoon.
Say what?
It was better in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, definitely better in the afternoon. The beginning bit, I don't know if it was slow to begin with, or it was more the communication side.
I think the challenge for us, from a personal perspective, was when we got there. Obviously, like you've seen, they handed us all a paper map, and on the opposite side of the paper map were the list of objectives, times, everything else, which was great. But there were certain things that, if you weren't a regular to the site, would make absolutely fuck all sense. So, for example, one of the objectives was you needed to find the ammo dump, which was possibly underground. So we actually physically had to go and ask somebody, like, where are the underground places in this place? Because we've never been before. In the morning, it just felt like, because, for example, I went a different way to where everybody else was running, because in my head I thought, well, they're just going to go in for the firefight. While they're firefighting, we might be able to get one up on the objective. It turned out that those that had ran in had pretty much pincered the other team. So we ended up going around pretty much to the full site before we got into any sort of ruckus. But at the same time, it meant that we could explore the site a little bit, find our feet, find our place. And I think that's what made the afternoon better, was because we got a better lay of the land. When somebody said this was happening there, you knew where people were talking about. So it was quite an easy site to pick up on where everything was, at least.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, the size of the site. I think the objectives, and I know Luke, you've said it already. You said it on the day. Like the objective management could have been better.
I
It
feel
felt
like there
like
could have been more.
everything. Yeah,
The
it was literally
objectives were
like you've got an
done
hour to do
quick.
this one.
Yeah, it's like, right, it's 10 o'clock, 10:30. First objectives thingy. Within 5 minutes, it was done. Pretty much.
Wow.
So it's like for the next hour or however long it was, what are we doing? Oh, there's some extras you can get. Oh, okay. Look at the extras. No, they're already done as well. We find out. So there just wasn't enough objectives. So it was basically it was the regulars. The regulars knew exactly where to go, what they were looking for. They grabbed it, and then it just turned into a firefight in 17 different points of the map, which was fine. Don't get me wrong, but it would have been nice to have more objectives. But again, we had fun. It's a very cool site, and it's flat. It's like completely flat. So yeah, and we had a lot of fun just exploring basically and looking through buildings
It's
and
flat,
putting the flashlights on.
it's
Got
soft.
to use flashlights.
We got to use flashlight
Yeah,
and the headlamps as well,
yeah, and lasers. Yeah,
and lasers.
and a grenade. Just one, two actually. A smoke grenade,
Yeah.
which was terrible, and a cluster grenade, which it's a cluster grenade.
And we met a man. We met a man with a mortar. I thought
Yes.
the silly bastard had dropped a fucking grenade. So when it went off, I shit myself. When it went off the second time, I shit myself again. And then I realised when his mate was lighting the second one, I was like, I'm going to move because my pants are now brown.
Yeah.
It went with such a fucking bang.
Yeah, so we sat there. Lee's in front of me to the left. And then it's just people I didn't really notice. And I just heard this grenade. And I was like, has he just dropped his damn grenade? So I'm not taking that kill. Fuck off. And then Lee's pooped himself and moved. I'm like, oh, shit, the dude's got a mortar. That's amazing.
It was fucking incredible.
Ew, absolutely fantastic.
And then, obviously, because it's flat, we're not knackered. It was quite spongy. So I was pretty much in my element. Like,
You like
I know we
it
talk
flat and
about
spongy.
yeah, I like it flat. I know we pretty much talk about the tactical dad role, affected by Phil. But I just had these moments, like I was pretty much medic for the day. And I tell you what, I have never had so much fun dolphin diving into groups of people from afar at pace. Like it was,
He literally chucks his
More
gun
trust
down
me,
and legs it. And then jumps.
Good.
on more than one occasion.
Yeah. So on that point, actually, people, the video, the first half of the day will be live this Saturday, possibly Sunday. It's near enough done. There's not much footage from myself, again, with GoPro issues again, and gun issues. So I'm going to mention the gun issues now. So on the walk to the, I should have said this already, but on the walk to the safety brief, climbing through all the cars, I decided I'm going to use the LMG because it's been upgraded. It's had a new barrel, so it's amazing. But in the process of dragging everything and going over cars and all that lot, I dropped my drum mag, and I'm going to flash it up here. Broke it, basically. So as soon as I got into the game, I got like 4 shots out, and then everything after that just went to poop. And turns out that little cog you can see just here somehow snapped and refused to feed the mag. So that's dead. So I was a bit gutted. So we did a bit of exploring. What was it about? If I'm correct, it's about half an hour of footage, or no, about 20 minutes of footage, something stupid like that. 15. And then I gave up because when we was going down, it turns out we was really close to where we had actually parked. So I just took a walk up, so turned the cameras off, walked up, changed gun, got me Ronin, chronoed, all that rubbish. Came back, basically. But so the first half of that video, you're going to see footage from Lee and Kian. And then I come in and turns out my GoPro wasn't recording because it's decided to say, no, I'm not having it no more. So I've got gun scope footage instead, which is actually not that bad. So, and then I end up changing camera when I realised that it wasn't recording. But
Yeah, it is.
so video will come out this Saturday, Sunday. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and you'll be notified when it goes live. Next question.
But yeah, overall gameplay, not great, but not. We've had worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely had worse. It's not it wasn't the best. It had potential to be the best, but it didn't. It wasn't. But it was otherwise. Yeah, it was a good. We still enjoyed ourselves. It was a good day. So yeah.
Look.
Okay, so the next question is weather.
Weather was perfect, to be honest.
Yeah.
After the miserable last couple of weeks we've had here in the UK, oh my god, it's been awful. Sunday was perfect. It was a bit nippy in the morning. I think it was like 8 degrees, but it warmed up pretty quick. By the time we had finished the safety briefing, it was like 14 degrees, and it stayed pretty much like that all day. So
Yes.
yeah.
Nice breeze as well.
Mm.
So like when you were feeling a bit warm, as you were walking through the buildings and stuff, the buildings were cool. So yeah, it would. Yeah,
Of course,
agreed.
they were cool. They had no roofs. So no, weather was perfect. Couldn't ask for anything thingy. Sun was a bit bright, but otherwise it was fine.
Yes.
Okay then. So on my list, we've got the next question is objectives.
Yeah,
Needed more.
Yeah, just needed more. But otherwise, yeah. Next.
Okay, so players, but there was like 340. So, do you want to go there?
We'll just mention briefly. Players. Actually, no, I'm going to mention it. There was a lot of people who are either colorblind or trigger happy. And yeah, basically, which caused a lot of own team hits. I encountered that a few times. So, for instance, there was one scenario was in like a garden estate of like a bunch of the houses, and we had teams down to the bottom, and the enemy team were up to the right. But myself, Lee, and about four others had crept round to flank them from their right or left. Go with left. No, they're right. Flank them from their right. And we started getting bombarded by our own teams. And we're waving at them saying, what are you doing?
Fucking peppered.
Yeah. I took one to the side of the head. I took one to the neck. Gun got hit. A couple of other people got hit. Lee did another dive. He did the fill dive.
Yeah, that dive was not a practice dive. I was going into the medic and I caught a root on that particular occasion.
Yeah.
See, not just good looking, I can dive as well.
And then after Lee got took out, and then someone went to go medic him, and again, one of our team had the same idea what we had, but like 5 minutes later, decided to flank round to their right, thinking they were us, even though we're non-bans, they were bans. And because I was taking shots at the enemy team, and I was quite forward, they thought I was an enemy and shot me about 8 foot in my back.
Yeah.
Overall, though, genuinely nice people.
But there were some arguments though. Someone got shot and he had a heart attack, didn't he?
That was in the second. In the second half, there was one particular instance where pretty much the guy had obviously had food and it had changed his mood.
Or no food.
Yeah.
Up until that point,
He needed
right?
the Snickers.
I think generally people were pretty chill. Like people calling the hits, general conversations. There was one instance where we were waiting down. We'd been pretty much stuck in between these two rows of terraced houses for a while, and my GoPro battery had died, so I was frantically trying to change my GoPro battery and get the GoPro to work. Whilst doing so, Luke and a couple of others had pushed up, cleared it all out, all done, sorted. And this guy went, look, I found a Glock. Kill me. And I went, is it green? And he went, yeah. And I went, it sits here. So my Glock had dropped at some point. He'd found it, and obviously, he'd kindly offered to give it me back after I called out his colour and showed him where it normally sat. But general people. We had a great conversation with a couple of the guys.
Well, we had some fantastic
car
conversations.
Car parking was a fantastic point of conversation to start off with. Which way are you going? I'm going to go this way. I'm going to try this way instead because that definitely isn't big enough for me to get through there. Followed by, where's my car? But yeah, no, like I genuinely think there was loads of nice people. We had some really good conversations. There's hopefully a bit in one of the videos where I bumped into a peer while I was respawning and had a conversation about tactical dads, and that's where my patch has gone. Because although I was quite clear that it's the tactical dads Airsoft, she didn't quite get it. When she asked me for a pencil, I had to remind her that my pencil case was in my other rig. And in the end, just gave her the patch and went, just this. There you go. That's all you need. But yeah, no, genuinely nice players. Just from what I saw, just the one individual when he had that absolute fucking Barney in the middle of that field.
Yeah.
One guy, red bands, surrounded by our entire team, and he just went fucking nuts.
Yeah, I had a full on meltdown. It's like, yeah, come to the car park. Yeah, no, safe zone. Come to the safe zone. Yeah, I'll come to the safe zone. Yeah, mate, you come to the safe zone. Yeah, I'll come to the safe zone. It's like, you got shot.
I don't know.
What are you bitching for?
You go to play Airsoft to get shot, not bitch
Yeah.
about it, then offer someone out.
Yeah. Granted, when I
Really
got
don't.
shot in the back from 8 foot, it fucking hurt. Granted, I got a mark on me though. But I didn't whinge about it. I didn't moan. I turned around, gave whoever and then
Give him this look.
carry on. I ain't giving a crap. I'm enjoying myself. But no, that dude, he lost his lid. He was done. But yeah. But otherwise, no, the players, yeah, we had a fantastic day. We met so many people. We grouped up with loads of different types of people as well. Children, or shall I say kids, adults, older gen, females, yeah, you name it. Everyone was having an absolute blast.
Good.
A lot of
Anything else,
DMRs.
lad? Well, I would have been in my element there then, wouldn't I?
Yeah,
Anything
you missed out
else
on
then,
that one,
guys?
Phil. You really did.
I know. But we could have just done a DMR squad, obliterated everyone.
Yeah, I got some range on that, my Ronin. I was like, yeah, I remember this guy with his DMR. Couldn't tell you if it was a DMR. He said it was a DMR, and he's trying to take out this guy. I don't know how far away it was. And I was like, I can see it through my scope. And I just accidentally nudged my very sensitive trigger. And I was like, oh, I'm near enough of that there. And I'm just pop, and took him out. But this guy and his DMR couldn't do it. And my Ronin's just going. I was like, yeah.
Well, what you find a lot of people do is they will most probably semi-lock their rifle, put a scope on it, and call it a DMR. Or just put a flipping scope on it and call it a DMR. When
True.
technically it isn't. So
Well, it might be a DMR. It's like the Noveridge DMR. That doesn't shoot at 400 FPS. I think that shoots at like 330.
yeah.
So my Ronin's
you know.
higher than that. But again, if you're putting two heavier weights in a rifle that can't shoot them heavier weights, it's definitely not going to go that far.
Yeah, it's all about the hop-up unit and the bucking and barrel. So it's.
But you also need the power to go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, you might have the buck-in, the hop unit, and everything else to chuck 4.6s, but if you ain't got the spring power to chuck a 4.6, it ain't going to go that far.
It's like if you've got a standard AEG at 330, you semi-lock it and then put a scope on it and then try and hop a 4.6. It ain't happening. Not very easily.
No.
So, but yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Next thing on the list is, what gear did you use?
I'll go straight off this one. It's easy enough. So I started with the LMG, obviously usual gear, LMG. I brought some grenades, smokes, and some frag grenades. I'm going to go to radios in a second. And obviously the LMG decided to take a shit. So that finger then switched back to the Ronin and trusty old Ronin. And I did use a pistol I've not used for about 2 years. I used my Combat Master, my CO2 Combat Master, which chronos anything between 340 and 360 FPS, depending on weather.
Yeah, weather dependent.
Weather dependent. Obviously, we carry a chrono anyway, so we chronoed it ourselves, so we knew it was fine. But yeah, I took them, and pretty much I lived with that. I'm going to mention about radios. There was an issue with radios there, wasn't there?
Only in certain places.
Yeah, it was like dead zones. You just couldn't. Our radios, we've got the UV9R. This is the same as the UV5R. They've got about in clear flat land. They've got like a 4-mile range. They're absolutely insane. But we were like quarter mile away from each other. Not even that. 100 meters and no signal. Just couldn't.
Yeah. Was the buildings around dense trees?
Yeah, the buildings, but what are they made of? Because again, to be honest, Phil, I could probably go upstairs now, turn mine on, and probably talk to you at your house through our radios.
Probably, yeah.
But that place, 100 meters, like I'm trying to talk to Lee. I'm trying to Phil, Lee, where are you? And it's breaking up and it's getting closer, but it's really muffled. And I shit you not, he then walks around this corner, and then it's clear as day.
Wow.
And I was like,
the thing is, though, it's an old RFA base.
It's got to be a lot of lead floating around.
Probably, yeah. There's going to be some kind of element to actually disrupt radio signals.
No,
so.
We weren't the only one. A lot of people were moaning about it.
Yeah.
So I presume it's people who weren't regulars. They were going, the signal, we can't talk. We're trying to talk for our team. We can't get any info. But yeah.
There'll be something along the lines of why you couldn't do it. So.
Right, let Lee talk about gear. I need a pee. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I did use the M4 all day. I didn't switch to Combat Master. I took it with me as a precautionary, but I just stuck with the M4 all day long. And in fairness, it wasn't until the last 10-15 minutes the battery finally died on me, and I switched to the Baby Glock for them last 10-15 minutes. I did take the 27 and the 17. But again, I was originally just going to take the 27 out, so my little Baby Glock, rather than taking all the pistols in the world with me as usual, just to try and lighten the load. But then when I thought about it being out as long as it was, if I did have an issue, it's better if I've got 2 sidearms rather than just the one. Hello. So yeah, no, didn't really get to use the Glock 17. Otherwise, I'm same radio as Luke. Obviously, I have now got the full helmet, headphones, and all the jazz. Definitely worked a lot better. Luke was a lot happier. Didn't aid my muffled throat sounds. So yeah, no. And the M4, like I say, pretty much up until the point in which the battery died on me, ran like a dream all day long.
Yeah, all day long. Is what I think I was done by 3. So with my little firefight and the 40 of them, and the marshals watching, obviously head swelling because I'm like, yeah, this is fantastic, it's brilliant. Yeah, and then all go bang bang, ding, zzz, ding, ding. Oh, I fucking forgot to change battery. So the Ronin ran out of juice. Fine. Went over, pulled back, pulled out the Combat Master, got my pistol out and started shooting it, and then realised I forgot to load it. So I was like, yeah, can't do that. Then I took a shot to the head. So I was like, yeah, goodbye. So that was me, it was dumb. And I thought I had footage as well, and I made stupid mistakes that day. So dinner time was a mess. We were rushing around trying to sort stuff out for the afternoon, but somehow I didn't realise my gun cam was on all day, but only recorded the morning because I forgot to take off the footage, which was already on there, and the memory card filled up. So, yeah. And the GoPro died as well. Well, battery died in the GoPro, which lasted pretty much from, say, about 11 o'clock until 3.
Oh,
Sorry to
so
interrupt.
got a question on.
Okay.
It's
So,
not a question. I found my
yeah, I
patch.
just read it. Yeah, you found your patch. Wow. He's checked us out, and here he is.
Sheep.
You can talk. You don't need to type.
I know. I just do that as well. I should know better. I stream on a regular basis, and I do it on my stream as well.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We've all got our little things that we do, so no,
Because
it's
I'm
not
old.
big, is it? And I will say, if any of you that are commenting, wondering who Notorious Airsoft is, that's actually me. It is from
See,
one of
you
my old
also-
YouTube channels. So,
But
oh
yeah, no, yeah, rookie
God, my
mistakes were
laptop nearly
made.
went off then.
But otherwise, yeah.
Right, questions.
Next one, Mr. Phil.
Any more for any more?
Okay, so problems. Any major problems that you can think of that arose?
Other than the ones we've already talked about, I think the only other big problem for me that stood out was the game site, perfect for the size, for the amount of players, but everything else just seemed a bit of a squeeze.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
It
about
sounds like
that's
the
just
car park could have been a lot better as well, or
well,
managed a bit better for parking.
well, they tried to manage. It was a lot of cars, but to be honest, like I said, I don't think they're used to them numbers. So they
Yeah.
did their best on that side. They really did. But actually, saying that, when we arrived, they did ask us if we were staying all day.
Yes.
So
They
if
gave you the
any wasn't,
option. If you were staying for half a day, they parked you a little bit closer to the entrance. Obviously, for the full day, they just pretty much rammed you in, and you were in for the full day. There was no like if buts or maybes.
yeah. Right.
Okay, 1 second. So I'm just commenting.
Oh.
So
See,
it's just
Phil did it.
so the overall experience of the whole day, everything considered, good, bad, and if it was staying open, would you go again?
Oh God, yes. If it was staying open,
I'd
I'd
definitely go again.
definitely go again. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I'd say
reminds me a lot of Anzio Camp, whatever the stupid place is called.
Or falling apart as well.
Well, yeah, that as well. Anzio's though is a little bit there's some hills involved because it goes up a natural slope. So but otherwise it's an ex-army base, so they're both the same. But no, if it was staying open, definitely go back. Really enjoyed that actually, and yeah, that one. But supposedly they're looking for another one to take over, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
there was signs. Now I was going to ask this because I forgot. But there was a sign as I was coming out. I didn't quite catch what it was because I was lost. But I'm sure they do have another site already.
Right. Okay.
Not
I
to my
can't remember
knowledge.
what
To
it
my
was.
knowledge, what I've been coming across online is they're looking for another site to take over. They have got one in the works, supposedly. I can't remember what I said.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Fair enough.
because they put a post
So
up
that
saying
could
about
be-
if you know anywhere what's available, get in touch with them.
Yeah, so that could be a future HQ Airsoft reopening, or they might change the name or something. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, definitely a strong 6, almost 7 out of 10, if I had to give it a mark. I think there's elements. It's a big site, and I get it. Like it's a difficult thing to manage when your site is massive.
Yeah.
It's a big day for them. I think everybody was just there to have a bit of fun. There was just certain things that I would just tidy up a little bit.
I'll probably go with the same. If the numbers were the same all the time, we'll say if they did events like every couple of months and they had 300 people, 200 people, I'd give it a 7, easy. But
Yeah.
if
So
they're less than
the
that,
person you, sorry to interrupt, the person you gave the patch to has just said yes, they do. They already have one, but looking for places closer. They didn't tell you. So it sounds like that they have got one already in the works and probably got the ball rolling on it, and they are looking for places to probably be closer as well or expand sites. So because you know some companies they've got 2 or 3 sites and stuff, so it could be
yeah.
along the lines of that,
But yeah, no.
which is
Keep,
good.
Thank you, King.
I'll
Thank
keep
you.
an
Thank
eye
you.
out
Thank you. Thank you.
and see what's
Yeah,
happening and
thank
see
you for the
whereabouts
update
it
on that
is.
one. Appreciate that.
It's
Okay,
difficult for us at the
so
fact because it's a 2-hour drive for us to get there.
yeah,
So it's not the easiest.
okay.
But
Next question, last one. Okay, so it's leaving. So what was it like to unpack the sardines out the tin and get out of the car park and go
actually, really quick. You would be surprised.
Yeah.
It was actually
Fuck
really
off.
quick.
Fuck
But it
off.
was for me.
Fuck
Granted, though,
off. No,
there was probably about 600 cars behind me, but by the time I put all the gear away and waited for the Tesla behind me to move, I reversed
Well, I
down,
figured.
spun round, and I was out. I was done, and that was it. I was fine. Lee, on the other hand, probably had to wait for about another 9 cars to get out of the way, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a little bit. It was a bit of a challenge getting out because I was a little bit deeper into the
Sardine can.
mix than Luke was. And I'm not gonna lie, I got lost. I got lost. They took all the signs down, so rather than backtracking through the signs that we'd driven through, all those signs were taken down. So at one point, I had to reverse. And I was just lucky enough that as I was reversing, I caught sight of another car, so just followed that car. But I was definitely on the game site at one point, thinking, "I'm sure we've just walked through here."
So, a
Um,
picture I put up online at the moment. So, I'm standing on my van. Lee is that third black car in the middle. So,
no, it was just off to the left. It's just off to the left.
oh, you on the
So there's the
left?
red car and the blue car. Yeah, so there's the
Oh,
red
that's
car,
you. I thought that
red
was the other
car.
one. Okay, so Lee's there. Poor
Yeah.
bastard. Oh no.
Yeah. And the
But
guy in front of me, the guy in front of me, it took him fucking ages to appear from nowhere. The guy behind me was too busy fucking about with his boots to just reverse back a little bit. The guy in the Audi, who I'd spoken to a couple of times that day, literally did like a 15-point turn just to get out so we could
is that the guy
leave.
we spoke to about the kids?
No.
Oh,
This was
okay.
another one. Like when I pulled up, he'd come
Yeah.
round a couple of times, and every time we come past, he was like, I don't know how I'm going to get to my car.
Oh wait. Oh, I know which one you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that caddy that's there? That's 2
There's
caddies. Well, look at that.
a few caddies. There was a red, nice blue one.
Yeah, there's a blue one just here in the photo that I'm looking at here.
No, I mean bright blue.
Bright blue. Well, like a royal blue.
No, bright, like baby bluish.
Oh.
Newer one. Nice.
Oh,
One
it's a
next to
Prius
you was
blue.
really nice. Do you know what the nicest thing about the one next to you was? Its windows were that clean. I could see myself in it.
You're so vain, it's unreal.
Hell yes.
But there's we've got a lot of footage actually. We've got pretty much the entire day between all of us. We got some new unique views of ourselves. So that's it. I've learned from my mistakes with the gun cam, and that's kind of worked in my favour. To be honest, it really did because normally it's extremely unusable the footage from the gun cam when it's on the Ronin. But
Yeah.
I went prone and everything. I was laying on the floor. I even laid in a bed of nettles and felt that.
Well, I don't like feeling a prick in a gameplay. Game
Yeah.
day, so.
Yeah, that's the one. But otherwise, no. We did. We had fun. It was a good game. Drive home was eventful. Don't know where all the traffic came from, but
Might have been that 440, 340 people that was playing Airsoft that day.
mm,
Definitely possible.
yeah. You know, when you're doing 72 miles per hour, borderline 70, 72 miles per hour, and you're the slowest on the motorway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that's like. 'Cause my van goes faster than that.
But no, otherwise,
Not
yeah.
much faster, much faster.
But no,
Bless
cameras
you.
did brilliant. It's like your Hero 9, I can't fault it. So
Yeah.
between the battery, what's in this, and the power banks that we use, 4 hours straight, pretty much, no problems at all. I need to buy a new one, so because my 8 is like, just don't want to know. It recorded for a bit and then started just like, nope, no, I'm done. Files corrupted.
Yeah.
So whatever. But yeah. Hopefully, there's a lot of photos and some other video footage because we had a photographer with a camera following us for about a good hour.
Oh, okay.
So
What I'll do, I'll keep a look out on the actual Facebook page then. Have a
yeah,
look, see what I can snap.
and we got a little group photo as well. so yeah, we'll
Like
see.
the worst fucking spot in the world to take
Yeah.
a picture.
I saw
So
the
literally
photographer. I
first
clocked
game-
him. I was like, photographer, take a photo. He was like, yeah, mate. And all these fuckers. It's like 400 people just going down. We just stood there like twits. Fuck it, it was funny. But have fun. If you don't have fun, there's no point doing it then, is there?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Shoot people,
anyone
have
new
fun.
to the channel, we do have a photographer, but he's attached.
Yep.
She's attached to that one there, and if he doesn't
He's
come, she
attached.
doesn't come.
Yeah. Yeah, it works like that. But
But-
next game day, we'll be attending. So
It'll be
Definitely.
update. It'll be a review, but it's going to be an update. It's a place we used to go quite often, but we've not been for God, what, a year and a half, 2 years?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So hopefully
Been a
they've done
while.
some updates because the last time we went, it was falling apart, and it's a very popular
Yeah,
site.
I think the part of it was falling apart. So
Yeah.
I know they've done some improvements as well, some parts of it, and some more things replay and stuff. But we'll do that when time comes. So
Yeah.
and then after that one, we have got Warzone, which is the Halloween special.
Yeah, the Halloween special
That
at
is going to
Warzone in
be
Coventry.
an epic day.
If it doesn't
As long
rain,
as it doesn't rain again.
yeah. And
If it rains again, you're going to follow me with a goddamn umbrella.
about £100 worth of Tracer BBs to order.
Well, I've still got all mine from last time, so.
I don't know, use mine.
I get mine.
No, I need tracers for the LMG. I need to buy a new box mag for the. Well, actually, I'm going to buy 2 box mags for the LMG, and obviously. Oh, actually, one thing I used between using the entire battery on my Ronin, I actually went through all mags. I had to fill them up twice.
Wow, check you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both burnt through the spear as well. So we
Mhm.
carried the windy bobs.
The Odins, yeah.
Speed loaders.
Yeah,
and
burnt through one of them as
rinsed
well.
them as well at the same time.
Yeah, it didn't
Okay.
do full
I
auto
think
because
that's
we don't
speed
use full
loaders.
auto.
Yeah, I think the speed loaders might hold. I think it's like 1,000 BBs, I reckon.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There is a lot.
Maybe more. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, I'll point out one more thing. I did manage to pick up a EPM1 RX mag. If anyone was interested.
mhm.
Can't fault it. Worked perfect, flawlessly. Loaded fine and shot fine. No problems at all. In fact, the braking didn't even needed. So if anyone's interested in them, definitely highly recommend. Work
Yeah,
brilliantly.
I think they're going to be working better than the. Then again, EPM ones are really good anyway. That's why people buy them. But
EPM ones are
I
good,
think
but they need a braking. That's the only problem.
yeah, the RTX I think is their upgrade.
Yeah.
From the EPM one, if I believe right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
But otherwise, yeah, that's it. So
that's cool.
it was a good game, good site, good. Enjoyed the day, all the people. It's a shame it's closing, but shit happens. It's not the first one to close, and it won't be the last.
No, definitely not.
We'll keep an eye on that because who knows?
You never know. We've got some
You never
intel that might prove fruitful for future HQAirsoft days. Different
And
sites. So
we'll have to check out the other one as well that was called out earlier.
oh, the
Blackthorpe. Was it Blackthorpe?
Blackstone CQB
I've heard of that.
Oh.
in
Stone.
Hertford. Yeah,
I'll have to have a look.
Sound.
we'll have a look at that one. Maybe make a decision. We could possibly do that next year or something.
Yeah, I think we're done for this year. Well, not done, but we're tied up now for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
we've
so
got
there's
several
only
events
a
to
few
go
months
to.
left in the year, so
Yeah, several events to go to, and we've already got plans for every month.
yeah.
So there's that. So I think we're done. So everyone,
Yeah, I've
thank
got
you
no more
very
questions
much.
on my list.
So thank you very much, everyone who's tuned in, commented, and asked, and whatever. And this is this week's episode of Tactical Dads Live. I'm Luke.
Yeah.
This is Lee. This is Phil. Say goodbye.
See you later, boys and girls. Toodles. Have fun. Like and subscribe.